everyone, I hope you're doing really well. I just wanted to hop on here and do my very first Empties. For those of you that don't know, Empties is where we rummage through my trash of beauty products that I've used up most recently, and I just tell you guys what I think about those products. Obviously, since I fully used them up, I can form some good thoughts and I've had time to really get to know a product. This is from January and February. I was going to first do this monthly, but I realized that I have no idea how other people on YouTube go through 3 tons of Empties every month, but I go through products fairly slowly. I know in general, I try not to overuse products, even though there is definitely a part of me that's a hoarder and I keep always wanting more, which is why I'm doing a no-buy this year. For those of you that are new, welcome. My name is Natalia. I have a problem and I am not purchasing anything this year. If you've stumbled upon me for the first time and you want to know more about my project, I will link that video up here. But today is just one of those days that is not going according to any sort of plan. The weather outside is crap. It's like dreary and rainy and disgusting out there. I'm just in all sorts of funk. So maybe it is a perfect time to talk about garbage, because that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be going through my garbage. I'm going to be going through my beauty products that I have fully used up so that I can give you guys some thoughts and opinions on whether I would repurchase these if I was not on a no-buy. If you'd like to see the garbage that I have accumulated in the months of January and February, please stay tuned. They're coming right up. So I wanted initially for this to be a monthly series, just because I wanted to keep track of what I'm using and how much all of that costs, but I just can't go through things that quickly. And I refuse to force myself to, let's say, use 4 times the amount of moisturizer if I don't need. I mean, that just seems silly. That's such a waste of money and not probably good for my skin to overuse and pile on products upon products. I was going to tally up the costs of these products, but I have had no time today. So I will try to do that while I'm editing and maybe leave the names of the products and their costs down below in the description bar, or maybe just put some numbers up as I edit if I can figure out how to do that on the screen. A lot of these though, I do have to say, and I haven't figured out how I'm going to tally, a lot of these I never bought at full price, because I in general am one of those people that will rarely buy anything full price, and I know this. So for example, we're going to start off, because I think I have a couple of these. We're going to start off with this Korres body wash, this shower gel, and this happened to be in the coconut guava scent. This is originally, I think, like a $20-something body wash on Sephora. I bought this at TJ Maxx for $6. It's the reason for why I bought like 8 of these, because I knew that it was a great deal. What I ended up doing is whatever I found, I bought 1 of each scent just to try them all. This one's very nice. I'm not sure what combination of coconut and guava would honestly smell like. There's definitely some coconut in there, but if anything, I feel like there's a bit of a warmth to it. This was great for winter time because it had like this coziness to it. What I like about these scents is even though they are strong, like even the whole bathroom smells like this afterwards, they are not like none of them are sickly sweet or sickly musky. All the scents somehow are still really pleasant. I'm not sure honestly how to describe scent. I've never been good at it. Let's see what they say here. Coconut guava shower gel, an aromatic, refreshing blend of exotic coconut and tropical guava. I guess, yeah, definitely aromatic and maybe a little refreshing, although I'm not sure that's how I would describe the scent. Maybe the feel, yes. But I really like this body wash. It's gentle, but yet it cleans well. It's not one of those super sudsy ones, but you do get a nice lather. Oh, it even says here 87% of this is all natural ingredients. I think Korres is a Greek company, so I really enjoyed this. But this is a perfect example of when I do my list of the total amounts, do I put down $24 or whatever this costs, or do I put down $6 because that's what I paid for it? So I'm a bit torn because I'm not gonna remember every item and what I paid for it. So I guess basically what I'm trying to say is my totals are not gonna be accurate no matter what, but at least they're gonna give me a general idea of how much product I'm going through this year, which is kind of fun. It's sort of yet another project just to keep me motivated, to keep me wanting to use what I have, just to see what's gonna be the final number. How much money am I using or saving, or however you wanna look at it. I used up this how do you say this brand? Lumen, I believe it's a European brand. It is Nordic. It's a Nordic Sea Arctic Berry Cocktail Brightening Hydra Oil. This was such a beautiful product. The oil itself was lovely. It was one of those products that if I had a chance to purchase in the future at a good price, I definitely would, because I thoroughly enjoyed using it. And I think mostly it was this aesthetic experience. It was an oil that was like a split oil where half of it was this gorgeous rosy pink and the other half was more of a clear liquid that you had to shake up and distribute the two oils together. They even say shake before use. I really, really enjoyed this oil. It had the pump. I basically was able to pretty much use all of it, but you could see maybe just a little bit on the bottom. There's like still that pinkiness, but that foamy pinkiness is what you would get once you shake it up. Initially, it was definitely two separate oils, and I just loved how it looked, especially when it was brand new. It was just such an aesthetically pleasing product. And I know that that's silly because products should really all be about what they do, but I loved using it. Like it was so gratifying every time I would pump it out, because I just felt like I'm putting on something a lot more luxurious than it probably even is in reality on my face, and I kind of really enjoyed that. This Murad Essential C Cleanser, vitamin-packed cleanser, removes environmental impurities, awakens the senses with a burst of citrus. Definitely did have some citrus to it. I think by now it doesn't, because that's just water coming out of it. I do wash the products after I use them up, because then they go into recycling. I really enjoyed this. It had these like gentle little beads. They would be the kind that would disintegrate. Like they weren't the kind of beads that are bad for the environment or anything like that. It had a really nice, refreshing citrusy scent. It felt very gentle on my skin. I enjoyed this. And again, this was a TJ Maxx purchase, so I have no clue what I paid for this. I want to say maybe $13, $12, $13. Okay, a hair product. I'm just going in random order, guys, just grabbing things. This is an Aussie Scrunch Mousse 24-hour curl lock. And this is a flexible hold, a number 1. This was passed on to me by a friend who was here for the summer. She doesn't live in the States, and she was here in a work-study program and stayed with me for a few days before heading back home, and she had leftover product. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite. I still have yet to find perfect products for my hair. My hair, as I'm getting older, is not as forgiving as it used to be. I mean, before I could put any product into it and I would just get those loose, bouncy curls, and as long as I turned my head upside down and blow dry my hair with a diffuser, it would keep volume for quite a few hours. My hair is not the same because I started coloring it, and because I'm getting older and I'm having more gray hair and the texture of the hair is changing. I've been wearing my hair up a lot more, so I feel like my curls are suffering because of that. And I really need to start taking care of my hair, and I just haven't gotten around to it. So yeah, whether I can blame it on this mousse or whether it's actually my hair that's changing, I'm not 100% sure. But I will not be repurchasing this. Nothing about it told me that I need to go through this giant can again. I honestly, towards the end, I just couldn't wait for it to be over. Oh, another one of these body washes. This is a yogurt scent. I mean, I guess there's a little bit of yogurt, but this one's definitely a bit more herbally, a bit more like, this is what I would call refreshing. I don't know if I smell yogurt. I'm not even sure how that would work in a product. I smell more of like that fresh linen, almost like soapy scent, but in a good way, because sometimes I really don't like those scents, those laundry scents. This was very nice though. I really enjoyed this. So yeah, another one of those. This was a random purchase at TJ Maxx from, oh, how am I gonna say this brand? Quail Nara? It's a Korean brand. It's the Rice Brightening Skin Toner. I really liked this. I really, really, really enjoyed this. It says it's a rice brightening line, makes your skin clean and soft by soothing and moisturizing with rice bran extract and mung beans extract. It was so smooth, a little bit milky. It had a nice gentle scent to it, nothing overpowering, and I just really enjoyed it. I liked how moisturized my skin felt after, but not oily or greasy in any way. It didn't strip, it just sort of refreshed and rehydrated. I really enjoyed this. So if I ever see it again after my no buy and I happen to need a toner, this would definitely be one I would consider. This, I don't know honestly how to feel about this product. I do cut open my products. So this is the Olay Henriksen Transforming Walnut Scrub, walnut powder and ginseng extract. Now I believe it's Jen Loves Reviews who has talked about how those little walnut granules are actually bad for you because they scratch the surface of your skin, because this is a facial scrub. I'll be honest, I think one of the main reasons I really enjoyed this is the smell. It just had this really nice, like sweet oil smell, like a sweet almond oil scent. I mean, it's probably like a walnut oil scent that maybe has some sweetness added to it or something. But I really love the smell of this. I do enjoy a scrubby scrub, but I need to look into it more because everything I keep seeing and hearing tells me that that's probably not very good for me and I should probably kick the habit. I think I have another one or two of these somewhere, so if I do, I'll still use it. If I don't, then I probably won't repurchase it unless I read up on it and I find out that it's actually good for my skin, but I don't think it is. I have a bunch of sheet masks. So I have a bunch of repeats because I have so many sheet masks and a lot of them are expiring or have recently expired, and I'm trying to use those up. I have used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. Okay, so these are Public White, a mask, and this is a hyaluronic acid mask. I bought a whole pack of these. I think it came with like 20 or something at TJ Maxx or Marshall's, and I think they were even like clearanced out. So these were like a penny on the dollar. I like them. They add a little hydration. They're not the best mask I've ever tried in my life, but I really have been enjoying these. I think I still have a couple left, and I'd like to try to use them up this month because they expired. Yeah, they expired not too long ago, but they did technically expire in July of 2019. And I am not a stickler to formalities when it comes to expiration dates, especially because they've been stored, in a fairly cool climate and all, but I need to get through all of my expired masks. Then I had the Cream Shop mask. It came in a pack. It was called Naughty and Nice, I think. The naughty ones were these blue masks that were energy boost. And then there's a nice that goes with it. A really cute set. I had bought one as a gift for a friend, and I also bought one for myself. And these are going to expire in July of this year. So I do still have a few of these, and I'd like to keep using them. So I think out of the two, I prefer the Public White just a little bit better. I feel like the Creme Shop, they're good, but honestly, they're just more like fun experience. They don't really do all that much as far as hydration or brightening or whatever it might be. This is not, was this a mask? This was kind of like a power peel treatment. And this is from Olay Henriksen's old packaging, and I still have a few items that I've picked up over the past year or so in TJ Maxx. When Olay Henriksen rebranded all their packaging, they had a lot of their stuff appearing in TJ Maxx and Marshall's. So I still have a ton of products from that time. And this is 3-step situation, and I still have a bunch of these. It's an almond polish facial scrub. So again, I would need to really study up and see how good it is for my skin, but you
apply the almond polish facial scrub to a clean, damp face. You gently massage for 1 to 2 minutes to buff away any dead skin cells. Then you rinse using warm water, and
they provide you like this little complexion sponge, and you
pat the skin dry. Then
step 2 is the lemon strip flash peel. So again, if I go off of some of my favorite YouTubers like Jen Loves Reviews, who is very detailed about ingredients, from what I understand, citrus directly on the face is not good for you. And this is called the lemon strip flash peel. So I imagine it must have that acidic property of lemon in the product.
So it says apply lemon strip flash peel evenly across a dry face. A slight cooling and tingling sensation may occur. Leave on for 2 minutes. Do not rinse. Follow with step 3,
which is a chamomile comfort mask.
So you apply that over the peel for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then you rinse off everything.
So it's a bit of an ordeal, at least for me. I don't take too much time. I don't have too much time to take to myself, but if I decide to take a little bit of time and watch YouTube, or even if I am nowadays editing or whatever it is I'm doing, I will do something like this. Although with something like this, I feel like because it's a peel, I want to be more conscious of what I'm doing and really time myself, because I don't want to burn my face. So I think this I actually, if I remember correctly, did like exclusively in the bathroom. Like I waited it out.
I did the first step, rinsed it off, did the second step, timed the 1 to 2 minutes, put the mask on, and then I think 10 minutes later, I decided to wash it off just in case.
I do have to say, my skin felt like a baby's tushy. It was so soft afterwards. It didn't last for longer than like a day, which I think is in general how it has been for me whenever I do any sort of micro dermabrasion at home type of products or these peel type of products. But I would like to do them more often. I really need to start, because the way you feel afterwards is just so refreshed and so smooth. And even if it's just for that first 15 minutes that you feel 5 years younger, I think it's worth it. 2 last face masks, and these are from some of my favorite brands. I have this Karuna Age Defying face mask, TJ Maxx find. It came in a pack of 4. I think I paid like $12 or $13 for it at Sephora at the time. I don't know if they still carry it. They were like $28 for the box of 4 masks. This also expired recently in October, so I wanted to use it up ASAP because I knew I loved that mask and I didn't want it to go to waste. And then these are probably my favorite masks. These are the Too Cool for School. My favorite ones are the yellow ones, but really anything from Too Cool for School, I am all about. These are so moisturizing. When you take them out, they're just these thick, luscious masks. They're like made out of fabric almost, that when you stretch over your face, you feel like you're in a pillow of this delicious gooiness that is sinking into your skin and making you look plumper and more hydrated. And for a dry skin girl, what more could I ask for? So those were my masks. Okay, let's dig in here. By the way, I don't think I have any makeup in here, guys. I think it's all skincare because I don't really go through makeup all that often. Maybe this year I finally will with my Project Pan and just, you know, rotating through things. But this is the A la Maison de Provence hand soap. I've been using this brand for probably 10 years. I love these. I've tried every scent probably that they make. My favorite ones are the more herbally ones, like they have things like rosemary mint or basil something. Like those are, I probably enjoy the most. Or like there's an olive oil one, I think. This cherry blossom was a little sweet for me. Regardless, anytime I see these in TJ Maxx or Marshalls, oh, and you can even see the tag, $4.99. I snatched them up. Highly recommend. I think they sell them in Whole Foods, but for like 10 bucks. And of course, I refuse to be that person. I will wait for a sale, or I will buy at TJ Maxx. I'm going to take the rest of the products out and put them in front of me. So this is the Olay Henriksen. This is from their Truth line, and this is the Uncover the Truth 3-in-1 melting cream. No, I'm sorry, melting cleanser. This is what I have used. Why am I smelling it? I watched it, I know this. This is what I have been using to wash off my makeup. So I put this, it has like a jelly type consistency, and you put this on your face and it turns into like this oil and emulsifies and takes all of the makeup off, and then you rinse it, and it's great. I use balms and cleansers like this to remove my makeup. So I used this up, I think in January, beginning of February, and then I switched to a few minis that I have. So I don't have this anymore. If I ever see it on sale once I'm out, I would repurchase this. I'm curious to try a bunch of others. And my favorite one, I think to this day, is the Clinique one, which I do have a full size on backup. So I should be good for a while. And right now I'm going through a couple of sample sizes of a bunch of other things. But I do really enjoy this, and I certainly wouldn't be against trying it again in the future. And then the other Olay Henriksen product that I got as a point perk or something like that at Sephora last year is their Banana Bright Eye Cream. I really liked this. I really like this. There's of course nothing left, so no point to open the jar, Natalia. But again, I have eye creams. I don't go through eye creams quickly. I have no idea how people go through eye creams quickly. They take me forever to use up. I'm right now using I think it's an Algenist one. That's a ½ ounce jar, and I feel like it's going to last me the next 3 years. I use it every day, morning and night, and I barely see a dent. So I don't foresee me having to repurchase an eye cream this year. But if towards the end of the year I do need an eye cream, I might consider either this one or the Drunk Elephant Sea Tango multivitamin eye cream. The only thing with this one, and I know it's a little baby sample that again I got, I'm sure is some sort of a point perk, because Drunk Elephant is so ridiculously expensive, I just can't justify buying it at full price. But the only thing about it is, even though this is only 0.16 of a fluid ounce, considering how slow I usually go through eye cream, I felt like I flew through this. So I don't know. I mean, it's a pump, so it's hard to know, because maybe I'm pumping out more than I normally would take from a little jar. Maybe that's part of the issue, but on the other hand, this is a lot more sanitary and hygienic and better for keeping the ingredients locked in. So I'm not sure, but I went through those 2 little mini eye creams and I really enjoyed both of them. Another little mask, this is from Peter Thomas Roth. This is the Blue Marine Algae Intense Hydrating Mask. It was a really light blue jelly consistency. I liked it. I didn't think it was out of this world. I didn't think it was the intense hydration that they are promising here, but I liked it. I had a little set of like 6 different ones and I'm going through them little by little. I have 2 other ones that I'm working on right now. So speaking of eye creams, I actually went through a 3rd one. I think this was one I used up at the very beginning of January because I had been using it in 2019. This is the Biosense Squalane plus Peptide Eye Gel, and it came in a little pack of like a bunch of samples to try from this brand, and I really enjoyed everything I've tried from this brand so far. Definitely, if the opportunity arises for me to try more of their products, I would jump right on it because that brand works really well for my skin. I went through the Ordinary 100% plant-derived squalane oil. I have so far been a huge fan of all the oils the Ordinary makes. They're a great price for what you get. I love their rosehip oil. I love their hyaluronic acid. I think I've tried the buffet. I've tried several things over the past few years since the Ordinary appeared and blew up here online, and I'm definitely color me impressed. I will continue to buy things from the Ordinary once I am allowed to. This was the Curlsmith Curl Quenching Conditioning Wash. So this is like a conditioning cleanser for curly girls. I liked it. It was a good conditioner. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed this a lot more than their actual like curl cream. That I liked less, so I liked the conditioner a lot more. A moisturizer that I used up is this First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Berry Air Cream. I got this at, again, TJ Maxx. You will notice a trend with me. This I really enjoyed. This was such a funny product. So this is one of those moisturizers that when you open it, it looks like a foam. Like it actually has the little bubbles and stuff. It looks like you're gonna just put a cloud of fluff on your face and the whole jar is just gonna disappear in 3 uses. And when you grab the product, it turns into like a creamy consistency on your face. I don't know what it is about this. Yes, a part of this product was kind of gimmicky, but I enjoyed every second of using this product. And it'd be funny because you'd go down like, and you'd make the creamy consistency happen in the jar from the warmth of your fingers. And then the next day you open it up and like the product grew again, like the bubbles would come back and return and you'd have more product than you thought you were left with. I mean, I do still have to say, I feel like I went through this moisturizer faster than I would have with moisturizers of a different consistency, because I think part of it was the fun of using this product. On the plus side, you know, the nice thing though, is it wasn't just all gimmick. It really was moisturizing. It really was a wonderful moisturizer. So I would consider using this again. It's meant for sensitive skin. So true, I have sensitive skin. and in general, first aid beauty products for the most part really agree well with sensitive skin, I've noticed, or at least with mine. And I've heard other people talk about that, so I know it's not just me. All right, we've got 3 things left. Another Melt Away Cleansing Balm. This is the Green Clean from Pharmacy. I remember a lot of people used to talk about this, and when I saw Sephora was offering point perk or gift with purchase, I jumped on it. I really like this. I'm not sure I would like it more than that Olay Henriksen. This one is a much thinner consistency. The smell is definitely much more herbally, but it works. It removes my makeup quite well as well. So I think for me, it would really boil down to price. I'm not against either one. I like both. Maybe Olay Henriksen just a touch more, but not enough to deter me from retrying the Pharmacy one. I have this little cream sorbet moisturizer from Caudalie. This isn't my favorite moisturizer. I like the scent. Caudalie has very nice kind of spa-like scent. The texture was a little cottage cheesy, like not the smooth kind of moisturizer that we usually think of. And I know it's not because this product went bad or anything like that. I've had another sample of this years ago. It was exactly the same consistency. It's just, this was one I used up just to use it up. I knew that this is not really moisturizing enough for my skin. Maybe for somebody with normal or even oily skin, that would work really well, but for me, it wasn't enough. And then the last product is a moisturizer that I did really enjoy. This came in an advent calendar from Olay Henriksen. So one of the products in there was this Sheer Transformation Perfecting Moisturizer. I liked this moisturizer. It was, again, I don't know why I open these. I wash all of my products. This was a creamy consistency that I usually expect from my moisturizers, and it was hydrating without being heavy. This was a perfect moisturizer for daytime for me. I really thoroughly enjoyed this little teeny tiny jar. It didn't last me long, but the week or so that I got to use it, I really liked it. And that's it. This is my first Empties. This is 2 months of stuff, 2 months of trash that I have gone through. I have a few other products, both makeup and skincare, that are sitting in my to be decluttered pile, but I think I'm going to keep collecting that for a bit and do a separate video on that. I don't know if I want to include my declutter items in my Empties. I kind of would prefer that my Empties are truly that, my Empties. If you have any thoughts on these same products, I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear what you've been using or what you have recently used up. This is just a very lighthearted, fun video where I get to tell you guys what I think of all the products that I have gone through so far in the year of 2020. I will tally up my totals. I will figure out how I'm going to do that, and I will either put it on the screen or I will put it all in the description box. I am so grateful that you're here watching my video today. I would love it if you would subscribe. Give this video a like. It helps the YouTube algorithm to suggest my videos. And it just would mean the world for me if you would leave a comment, say hi, tell me how you're doing. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting me. And I will see you in my next video very soon. Bye.
I have no idea how other YouTubers go through tons and tons of trash not trash, products. I mean, hopefully it's not trash. Really, Natalia? 3-in-1 mint. What was that? 3-in-1 melting cleanser. So yeah, this is the Uncover the Truth 3-in-1. I just can't do that today. The 3-in-1 is just not happening unless I enunciate like I am on stage reciting a soliloquy.